I want to look at the SSAT and its verbal section. And what you will see is it's similar to the ISEE. Again, you have to know vocabulary. Take a look at some sample questions. The word incognito. Now, how would you know what this word means? Well, if you break it down into its parts, then you have a really good chance of decoding this word. In, the Latin prefix, often means into, but in many cases it means not, and in this case it means not. In means not. C-O-G, you may recognize cog, like cognizant of something, or cognitive. You might recognize those terms. And C-O-G-N has to do with knowledge. So basically, incognito, not knowing or not knowable, something is hidden. And in this case, then you would translate it into the word concealed. Okay? Lackluster. Again, this is a term that you really lacking or missing something, it's not shining. If something is lacking luster, it is dull. Okay, it's dull. It was a lackluster performance. It was dull, it was bland, it wasn't good. Again, very important. Now, let's take a look at the analogy section here. Now, the analogies will ask you to find relationships between words, or rather, I would basically say groups of words. So, let's take a look at this one, epidemic. Epidemic is to disease as what? Well, the best way, if you look at the choices, they can become confusing. You don't want to do that. So famine is to hunger, creative is to creation, persuasion is to composition, mountainous is to climb, ache is to gluttony. What you want your students to do, what you want your kids to do, is to create a sentence, a very short sentence, that shows the relationship or expresses the correct relationship between the first two words. So epidemic is to disease. Well, let's turn this into a sentence. Of course, then you'd have to know what the word epidemic meant. So epidemic is widespread disease. Notice how simple my sentence is. Epidemic is widespread disease. I'm using a very simple, very terse, brief sentence, right? So let's see if now we can take that relationship, that sentence, and take the words epidemic and disease out of it and see if we can say blank is a widespread blank. So I said epidemic is a widespread disease, or epidemic is disease that is widespread, okay? Epidemic is disease that is widespread. Now I'm looking for a group of words that I can use that will also fit that sentence. Blank is a blank that is widespread. Blank is a blank that is widespread. When I go to A, I see famine is hunger that is widespread. So a nation has a famine when hunger is spread out across the country or that particular vicinity. Notice again, it's not that the words have similar meanings. That's not what the relationship is. The relationship is that the words can be used in the same type of sentence. They have a same type of relationship between them. And the relationship is that they can be used in similar context. Epidemic is widespread disease, famine is widespread hunger. Okay? And that's that. So that's the analogy section. So this test has, again, the same thing. It has vocabulary with its synonyms. Verbal reasoning, it has reading comprehension, just like the ISEE, but it also then has a section that really very few exams, I believe, in the United States still have, and that is the analogy section, which questions the student's ability to find the proper and logical relationships between two sentences, and then to take that relationship and find it between another two sentences, another two words, okay? So that's what the analogies are. All right, we'll take a look and we'll continue this on the next video.